Good day, Productions. Thank you for joining this afternoon PVS. I believe all have a good lunch. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the sharing. Today, I am so happy to have my IC Jik Ng, whom is the IC for both Belgravia Ace and Parkwood collections, to share with us his insight on the top 5 considerations in selecting the right strata cluster housing in Singapore. Equipped with this knowledge, we believe you will be able to sell and close Parkwood collections more seamlessly. Without further ado, let's get started. Jip, over to you.
Hey, thank you, Larry, for a very nice introduction. I really love your voice. Very professional. Okay, a very good afternoon to all of you. Yeah, I hope you have your lunch already. If you are able to hear me and see me, please maybe you can give me a 1 in the chat group. Thank you very much. Thank you. I only see 1 person. Thank you, Sylvester. Po Hong. 2% can see me only. Oh, then I have to wait. Right. So today I hope only can see 3, 4 of you, 5. Thank you very much, John, Leslie, Kotek Lan, and Fu. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. I hope I can have a little bit of interaction. Moving, Daphne. Thank you. Moving forwards, because after lunch, and this is not a brand new launch project, so maybe some of you might not get the kind of assignment. Jen, thank you. Good afternoon. Right, Cher, thank you. Yes, right. So now I think everybody focus is on like maybe Amokyo or Lentor launches. Philip, thank you very much. Yeah, but please don't neglect Parkwood collection. Why? Because Parkwood collection is coming to TOP, and you know when a landed property coming to TOP, normally the interest rate will be very much higher as compared to before TOP. Especially right now, we are able to see the actual units officially, legally. We are able to see the actual units, right? So I hope you guys don't miss out this opportunity. Right? So hopefully, yeah, some of you in this chat group are able to close the deal after understanding a bit more on how to sell a strata landed project. Yeah, Parkwood collection got a lot of selling point. Trust me, so long as your mind is not closed, you are open, right? And you believe in strata landed, then I'm very sure you are able to convey the kind of energy to the buyer, right? So long as they have enough budget to go forward, I'm sure you are able to close them. Yeah, so this is something that I really want to impart to all of you for this sharing in this afternoon. Yeah, my job is actually to let you see the value in strata landed project and how to bring out this value to all your potential buyers. Right. So without further ado, yeah, good to see all of you here again. Right. So I'm going to start my sharing. So along the way, if I ask some question, I hope you guys can have a little bit of response so that I know you are listening to me, right? If not, then 我会很心痛啊。Because I really also spend some time to do up some slides, which is different from how I pitched the last time, right? Okay. I'm going to start sharing my screen. So I hope you guys are able to see the screen clearly. Right, sit back, relax. If you need to make a cup of coffee, please proceed to do so. I only have about less than 100 slides to share. Right, so that's why we have more time to interact if you have any question to ask me. Okay, top 5 considerations in selecting the right strata landed housing project in Singapore. Yeah, I think as you guys actually are aware, strata landed housing in the past give people a very bad impression, right? Everybody thought that strata landed cannot invest or cannot buy because the house is actually not meant for making profits, or even not meant for a quality living environment, right? Because the size is very small. The bedroom especially is very small, and you know, some of the projects only have like 8 or 10 units, or even like less than 20 units, right? You don't even get a proper facilities to enjoy. Yeah, but today I'm going to actually I'm going to make use of some of the project in the market to draw out why this project are so popular. And even though it's very old already, still there are plenty of, the demand is still there, right? And the previous owner, even though after they stay for very long time, and when they exit out, they are able to see a lot of profits, right? So through all these case studies, then we will be able to identify what are the things that make this project very popular, why they are making profits even though it's old, right? So this is how I'm going to conduct for this afternoon power project sharing. So I will not go direct to the project itself, right? It's through other projects that we learn what are the things that we have to take note when we come to strata landed housing. So are you guys ready to start the sharing? If yes, please give me an 8 in the chat group. Guys, give me an 8 so that I can start. Thank you very much. I only see 2% ready to start. Oh, I got 88, I got 888, 48. Thank you all of you for your response. I think that gives speaker a very good motivation to proceed. So at least we know that you are listening. Right, very good. Keep up the energy, and you guys are really awesome. Right. So I'm going to start sharing, right, by this topic. I think this is something that we have to understand before you even can sell a strata landed house, because strata landed house is very different from conventional landed property, right? Conventional landed property, people buy to stay, and they understand so long as they hold on, they are able to make very good profits because the land will keep going up in terms of the value, right? Regardless of what kind of house you are sitting on it, so long as you own a land, I think that's something that is definitely in long run, you will be able to make profits. Yeah, but when it comes to strata landed housing, I think we have to understand which are the group of buyers that really love strata landed. Then from there, we will be able to identify what are the important points for you to consider if you are going to bring your buyers to pick up a strata landed projects, right? So first of all, for me, based on my experience, I identified 3 groups of buyers, or 3 groups of buyers. Of course, the first group, which is the most biggest group of strata landed housing buyers, actually is from this category, right? Because their family actually expanded. They have children. So I think a normal condominium, especially the new one, right? Because the size are getting so small, and because the land cost is very high, so developer cannot build too big the house, because if they build too big, then the quantum becomes so big, right? So nowadays condominium becomes so small that a big family might not be able to go for the new condominium. Yeah, so this group of buyer, the next best choice, if they still enjoy, if they still want the security guard 24/7, they want the children to enjoy the facilities, right? I think the next better choice will be the strata landed project, right? So this form the biggest group of strata landed buyers in the market. And the next group will be the multi-generation family, meaning they have, like, you know, staying with the parents stay with them, right? And they need more rooms, right? So these are the second group of buyers that come in to buy strata landed projects, with the kids, right? And sometimes it's actually 2 family they combine into, they combine and buy one strata landed. Also, we have encountered this kind of buyer in the market, right? And the third group will be the young executive who make very high pay, and they really enjoy lifestyle living. Right? So this is something that is getting more and more, not very big family, but high income earner, and maybe in their job they entertain a lot at their home, right? So they need a bigger house, and definitely it will better show off their status, right, to all their friends and guests as well. So these are the young executives who enjoy lifestyle living. Yeah, so they are also into strata landed because they don't have time to maintain a conventional landed property. So they rather pay maintenance fee and get people to maintain for them. At the same time, they enjoy the facilities, right, with the much bigger space as compared to condominiums. Yeah, so these are the three group of buyers. So long as you understand these three group of buyers are the major buyer demographic for strata landed project, then you should be able to identify some of the projects, whether are they good to buy, or is it good for investment, that kind of things. Yeah, so this is actually all from this buyers demographics. Yeah, so next, after you understand the buyer demographic, I'm going to show you this project. Anybody know which project is this? Anyone want to try? Well, this is a strata landed project in the northern side, right? If you can't tell, let me show you. I got some answer coming in. Oh, yeah, very good, Jen. Thank you very much. Yes, this is Sonasea, correct? Right, Sonasea is one of the very classic example that I always love to quote to buyers, right? And so they come with good size swimming pool. They have 2 pools inside this project as well, right? So look at the site plan. Actually, Sonasea is a very big plot of land, consists of 300 over 1,000 square feet and 200 over units of strata landed housing in this project. 2 pools, and they come with a tennis court. Now, so this project is very huge. It's big, right? So over the years, you see the performance, 365,000 square feet of land. So, and 254 units, right? 99 years from 2001. So it's not a very new project. And it's located at a very ulu location in Yishun, whereby it's not near to shopping mall. It's not near to MRT station. What they are near to is actually Orchid Country Club, of course. And some of the road at the back of Sonasea, you are overlooking the golf course, right? So that is something that is that can be found in Sonasea, right? So based on this kind of attributes, over the years, you can see Sonasea's owner actually make very good profits, right? You can see some of them even make 1 over million. Right, this guy bought in 2006 and sell in May 2022. So he enjoyed a stay here, free stay. At the same time, he got profits, 1.2 million. I think that is awesome, right? And one of the attributes for Sonasea is actually it comes with a very big plot of land, 365,000 square feet. This is one of the biggest in Singapore, right, for strata landed project. Yeah, and the next project, I mean, before I go to the next project, you can see the performance of Sonasea over the years. 99 years, actually from 2001. So it's already 21 years old. 21 years old, you can see the performance of this project is still quite steady. On the curve is actually, if you look at the whole span, 21 years, in fact, the price is actually in the upwards trend. Right, so 99 years project, this is not even a freehold. So a lot of people are very having a lot of objections to 99 years project. Actually, Sonasea is one of the good example that you can bring it out. Sometimes to stay in a place is not whether is it a freehold or is it a 99 years, because you are not, I'm sure you're not going to utilize all the 99 years. Or I don't see a single buyer whereby they really utilize all the 99 years. And so far, we also don't have a project 99 years already, right? So it's quite sad to see a lot of buyers, they insist want to go for freehold. But actually, our job is to let them see when it comes to strata landed, tenure is not the only consideration, right? So there are a lot of other factors that you should consider. And today is my duty to maybe share all these factors with all of you through all this case study that I'm going to run through with all of you, right? So Sonasi is good because of 365,000 square feet of land. Yeah, that's why even though it's 99 years, you can see the price are steadily still going upwards, right? And you don't have MRT, you don't have shopping mall, you don't have any amenity nearby, right? It's only recently you see a lot of new BTO start to be present on the opposite side of the building, right? Other than that, last time here is really a very deserted area. But those people who choose to buy in back then, today they are enjoying a very good profits. Yeah, so that's Sonasi. And Sonasi layout to me is quite okay, not too bad, right? So for those people who have been to Sonosis before, you will agree with me the layout is very much better as compared to many of the Strata landed project. But one of the things that is lacking off is, of course, the ground floor doesn't come with any toilets. So if you imagine have a guest coming to your house, if they want to go to the toilet, either they have to go downstairs, or if not, they have to go upstairs to visit the toilet. So that's one of the setback that Sonasi actually has. Other than that, it's quite good because their bedroom size is really quite big. Every floor only have one bedroom on each side, including the third floor, only one bedroom on each side. So this will prove that the bedroom size will be very, very good, right? The other setback is actually the roof terrace is really an open roof terrace for Solasis. It doesn't come with any family or any room, any shelter upstairs. So a lot of people right now, if you drive past, you will see a lot of them actually put up fixed shelter. I don't know whether is that illegally go and construct up, or the MCSC actually has come to a agreement for them to put it up. Right, that I'm not very sure. Yeah, but these are some of the setbacks. If you study the plan of all the Strata landed project, then you understand what actually make a good plan for Strata landed project, and what are the setback that you're supposed to take notes. So for Sonasi, I think it's actually the toilet on the first floor, and then of course the roof terrace is not covered up. Yeah, so the layout is not 100% fantastic, but it's quite reasonable. I would say it's quite reasonable, right? And next project I want to bring up to all of you is Horizon Garden, right? Horizon Garden is located in Ang Mo Kio Mayflower area, and right now it's quite hot because Ang Mo is actually quite nearby there, right? And this is also a very popular strata landed project in a way that the house is built in a pitch roof formation, pitch roof, meaning it's not having an open terrace. So this is a very unique project as well, right? It really resembles the conventional landed property back then. And because of the pitch roof configuration coming in, because this is actually an older project as compared to Sonasi, right? So last time the landed property and requirement is actually both sides you need a 45 degree roof. That's why it's not an open roof, open concept roof terrace. It comes with a pitch roof instead, right? So this is Horizon Garden. And Horizon Garden also is a project whereby it's having a very big plot of land, right? And there are quite plenty of units you can see in this particular plot of land. On the land size, we are talking about 269,000 square feet. 269,000 square feet, and that is huge, right? And this is a 99 years from 1995, right? But despite it's a very old project, 27 years old, look at the performance of this project, right? Those people who actually bought it in January 2000, you can see actually it's still very healthy growth, despite 99 years already used up 27 years old already. Yeah, so a lot of people say, I don't want 99 years because next time if I want to sell, will have problem. Yeah, but for from this Solersea and Horizon Garden, you guys can really see if a good strata landed project, irregardless of 99 or freehold, the demand will still be there, right? So you must know how to pick the right one. Then you don't have to concern about the tenure, right? Because 27 years old already there, but Horizon Garden still poses a very healthy growth, right? When the market is good, the demand is still there. You can see from here, right? Very, very healthy growth. And look at the profit, or very handsome profit also, right? Almost 1 million kind of profits. Yeah, that you can be found in Horizon Garden, 125 profitable transactions. Also, that's what I'm trying to say. But their area is not a very big area. This is actually another, I mean, it's correct. If people want a very big house, then Horizon Garden might not be suitable because it's a pitch roof and it's only 2.5 story here. There's a height control. It's not a 3.5 story, right? It's only 2.5 story, right? That's why their size is not very big as compared to maybe, for example, Parkwood collection, right? And beside Horizon Garden, there's another project called Horizon Green, right? And this is quite a big plot of land, 121,000 square feet, and they built 72 units, right? So the older days, you can see the control on the number of units for strata landed housing is not that strict. So on a plot of land, they are able to build a lot of units. That's why that also caused a lot of people to have a very negative impression on strata landed project. But Horizon Garden and Horizon Green are really not so bad, because they really are coming from a big plot of land, right? And you can see the performance of Horizon Green also very, very healthy. It's on the upward trend, and even though it's 27 years old, but there are a lot of people making very good profit as well. You can see some is up to 1.65 million and so on, right? So that is something that is very, very impressive, I would say. Also 99 years, so what? I mean, you still are able to make a lot of profits, right? So long as you must pick the right one. I think that's a keyword, pick the right one. And Horizon Garden floor plan, it's not very impressive as well. The basement, you have the family room, you have a storeroom, you have a toilet, utility, and a yard, right? You can park 2 cars as usual. But when it comes to the first story also lack of a toilet. There's no toilet actually on the first story, right? It's an enclosed kitchen, one kitchen only, right? And then the bedroom, you can see the bedroom size is very small. That's why I say Horizon Garden, the size is not very big, because if they put 2 bedroom on 1 story, 1 floor on the same side, meaning the bedroom is very small, and they draw the single bed here, you can see single bed. It's not a double bed. Only the master bedroom they put in the double bed, right? And then the 4th and the 5th room on the attic is also quite small. They put a single bed, right? So this is Horizon Garden floor plan, and all of these older projects that if you notice, they don't have a lift. Also, that's something also is really a setback today, because more and more buyer in today's market expect to have a home lift if a house is 3 story and above, right? For them to climb 4 story, normally they will find that it's a bit tiring. And if they are going to continue to stay for another 10 years, 20 years, I think by then, definitely home lift might be a must for all buyers in the future. It's not just an option, right? So house that come with a home lift definitely is an asset to the property itself, right? So this is actually the Horizon Garden floor plan, right? And that actually bring me up for the number 1 consideration. If you look through all the projects that I've just shown you, they are not even a freehold. They are all 99 years and they are very old, already close to 30 years old, but they are still making very good profits, and the demand are still there, right? So they are one thing in common. The plot size are all very big, right? And if you this is not very difficult to imagine now. Why? Because the group of buyers that buy into a strata landed project today, they are all family with children. These are the majority biggest group of the buyer demographics. Right, so imagine you buy into a strata landed project having a very small plot size. How will you actually get to enjoy the very good facilities? I'm sure it will be very tough. The most you'll get a very small pool, that's all, right? And a small gym having a 2 machine over there, right? And the maintenance sometimes is quite run down because the project is too small. And this kind of smaller project having a small plot size normally doesn't come with a security guard. Or they only provide you an auto gate, right? So to me, I think it doesn't serve the purpose of owning a strata landed project because that is not meant for your enjoyment. That's why the number one considering factor, if you are able to spot a big project, strata landed project, big plot size, I think that will be very, very good for your future exit points. If you like after staying ready, you want to exit out, you are not worried about the demand is not there, right? Because people love to get strata landed with good facilities, as you can witness by all the projects that I've shown you, or almost 30 years, but still having a good response, good demand. Right, so number one is plot size. Do remember, this is actually number one consideration factors. Yeah, so let's continue to move on to our next topic. Yeah, so plot size. If you understand, I have actually compute this different project plot size. Those having 100,000 and above one, right? We have like District 11, Greenwood having 113,000 square feet. Water Cove in Sampawang is 125,000. Whitley Residences, which is our project just fully sold, 130,000 square feet. And Parkwood Collection is 144,000 square feet, which is located in District 19, right? The Woods in Westwood, which is in Jurong West, right? Having 151,000 square feet. Summer Garden in District 16, Tanah Merah, 153,000 square feet. Cabana, District 28, Sunrise, 167,000. ST Villa, which is in District 28, Seletar Hill, quite big, 193. Belgravia Villas, very big also, 207, and Ninja Crest is 221, right? And our Belgravia East, which is just launched, is one of the biggest freehold plot in Singapore. That's why the demand is very, very good. This is another very good example of having a good plot size, a very big plot size for strata landed. The demand will be high, right? Belgravia East, even though selling at 4.5 million, we also managed to push all the unit until developers stop the sales. They are not selling for now, right? They want to wait until TOP. So by then, I think they're going to sell maybe 5 million, for example, right? So this is something that is happening in the market. So right now, you will not have any strata landed project available except Parkwood Collection. Of course, the next one will be Alana, which is by Far East, right? So these are the only two projects left in the market. Honestly, so far, I think in Singapore, biggest strata landed project, plot size 365,000. Right? So these are some of the plot size, a big project that actually give you some impression where are they located, right? Okay, good. So the biggest plot, I mean, if you want to come to D19, Parkwood Collection will be the biggest strata landed plot in the whole D19. You will never find another plot having 144,000 square feet, right? So this is something that you really have to share with your buyer and tell them why plot size is important. So having the biggest strata landed project in D19 in the future, if any of the buyer wanted to stay in D19, will they miss out Parkwood Collection? No, that's one very important question that you have to ask the buyer. Will you have a problem to exit, if the demand is high, right? So Parkwood Collection will give you this competitive edge because the plot size is one of the biggest in District 19. This is only the number one factors. Along the way later, I'm going to share with you what are other advantages that the buyer can enjoy if they own a Parkwood Collection, right? But first of all, I think plot size is really very important for strata landed, right? And this is Cabana. Or Cabana is actually a Far East project. Tenure is 103 years, right? 103 years. I think this is Far East having the freehold land, but they sell out as 103 years. Cabana is quite a big plot of land. 167,000 square feet, 167,000 square feet. On this, almost a leasehold, right? And 167,000, they built 119 units. So can you imagine last time, this is how developer make profits. On this land size is almost quite similar to Parkwood collection, 144,000 to 167,000. So not a lot of difference. But in terms of number of units, is almost half, no? Your Parkwood collection only built 53 units, but Cabana built 119 units. That's because last time they are not restricted by the number of units that they can build. So developer actually using the old formula to do the calculation. So with that, they are able to build more units, right? But having such a big plot of land, why Cabana? The performance is not as good as the rest of the project that I have shown you, right? Very big plot land, but performance not as good compared to Sauna Seas, compared to Horizon Garden or even Horizon Green, right? Even though this is newer, no? Yeah, so big plot land is not the only consideration factor, but you must understand why Cabana actually are not able to do as well is because one of the reasons, could it be, I mean, I just share my opinion. I'm not saying this is not a good project, but I share my opinion in terms of the plot size, they are very good. In terms of the landscaping facilities, Far East has the most beautiful landscaping team for their projects. They like to use a lot of water features, that kind of things. Right, so Cabana, definitely the facilities is not bad. Yeah, but why the performance was not as good? This may be one of the reasons that based on my observation, it's my own opinion, but I hope you can use this as a guide. Yeah, to me, I think maybe it's because, okay, sorry, before I go into that, I want to show you their performance is not as good as compared to Strata landed that I showed you earlier on, right? The profit margin is not as big, and they even have a lot of negative sales. That is something that compared to other projects, this one have many negative sales as well, right? So one of the reasons is, I mean, I can think of is because of the location. Right, because remember the demographic for Strata landed buyers are all family with children, or if not, then elderlies. So imagine this Sunrise area, you don't see a lot of facilities here. That's one of the main concern. And for you to access out to the public transport, the nearest bus stop is outside Yio Chu Kang Road. You have to walk in. Quite deep in. So this is one of the I think concern, because imagine if you are a parent and your children is actually very young, will you feel safe for them to walk in when they come back at night 9 p.m. or after they embark from the bus stop? Then they have to actually walk in a street with very dim lighting, right, at night. I think you will not feel safe, right? So that is something that is really very important for Strata landed. We are talking about, the amenities, the bus stops, or if not, the best is you have the MRT station. Yeah, I think this is really very, very crucial. And beside Cabana, after they sold off Cabana, they built Alana, Far East. So again, it's also a 103 years project, and it's sitting on a very big plot of land, 141,000 square feet. So it's beautiful. Landscaping is really very beautiful for Alana if you guys have visited the project before. Yeah, but again, this project already TOP for quite some times. TOP for quite some time already. They are still, Far East are still selling. And now they actually push out a lot of flexible financial package, right? Like, you stay first, pay later, that kind of scheme, because it's already CSE, so they can come out a lot of creative financing package for those buyers who wanted to own a house and haven't sold their property, or they want to avoid ABSD, that kind of things. So they really come out a lot of things to your buyer to buy. But a very big question is, why a project TOP for so long already still cannot sell off all of them? Yeah, so this is one of the important factors. So that also make us think, the right demographic of buyers for strata landed, family with children, elderly, they are already looking for something which is convenient in terms of grocery shopping, marketing, children's public transportation. So all these are very, very crucial for strata landed project. Right, so this is one of the case study that I can think of, but I'm not saying this project is not good to buy, but of course it boils down also to the pricing as well. Right, so Alana, actually the last transacted pricing that I checked from the internet was about 900 over to 1,000 PSF. So this is a leasehold, it's as good as 99 years. But the PSF already hitting like almost $1,000 per square foot, or $1,000 per square foot. Yeah, so this is the pricing for Alana. So because of this pricing, maybe it actually make this project not moving very fast as well, right? And the layout for Alana is not very big. One thing is actually their unit is not very big. They have a big unit also, but other than that, they have like all this kind of 2,000 over square feet also, right? And then 30 and 3498 is considered a big one. Yeah, so their size is not very big. You can see their basement don't have a full basement. They only have a access area, which is the foyer, for you to come up to the staircase to reach the first story. Yeah, so that is actually not a full basement. Yeah, and on the first floor, of course, you get living, you get dining, and now the newer one, they have bathroom, right? And master bedroom on the second floor, and the back got 2 bedrooms side by side. So again, any project, if you see 2 bedrooms side by side, I can rest assure you that the bedroom size is not big, because this wave is less than 6 meters. A 5 meter wave, for example, or the most, let's say I give you a bonus of 6 meters, you cut them into 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom wave is only less than 3 meters after you minus off the thickness of the wall, right? So your bedroom size will not be very big. Yeah, but that defeats the purpose of owning a strata landed project, because people come into strata landed because they want the size. That's why they come in. If not, they will never want to come in, right or not? So you have to understand the requirement of the buyer's demographic for this strata landed project, right? Yeah, so this one got 2 bedroom here, and they have 1 bedroom with a roof terrace, and the roof terrace in front. So a lot of open area as well. And this is an area whereby it's not having a 3.5 story, also 2.5 story, right? So that's why only 4 story. It's not 5 level. It's only the roof already. Yeah. So the overall layout for Alana is also not very big, right? And that's one of the setback, coupled with the not so convenient location. For those people who don't drive, I think it's actually really a pain for them to walk out the route whenever they want to take a bus. There's no MRT station here. There's no markets. There's no shops around. Yeah, so that is in Sunrise area, Alana. On the next project, I really want to introduce to you is this project called Sunroof. This is very interesting. Yeah, this is in West Coast, under District 5, Clementi area, West Coast, right? Under the New West Hong Leong Garden, the old Hong Leong Garden area. Yeah, very nice project they built up, and it really resembles like a conventional landed property. This is called Sun Grove, right? And this project is quite a big plot of land, 103,000. But 103,000, they only built 29 units. 29 units only, no. Wow, so can you imagine how big the house was? And you can see, even though it's already 28 years old, because the 99 years start from 1994. But those people who buy in even the new launch during the very high market here, or 1997, 96 was the boom time back then. And a lot of foreigners come in to pick up housing in Singapore. Even HDB go all-time high, and people are selling option like crazy, right? So the time was not in so tight control situation. Yeah, so even those people who buy in back then, today they are still making profits. So can you imagine? Yeah, after staying for 28 years. So this is really a very classic example to study. If a strata landed project comes with certain unique selling point, irregardless of how old the project is, the demand will still be there. People will still buy in because you have something that people don't have, or in the market is very rare, right? And that's actually sun growth, right? Look at the profits. I even can see a 3 million profits. Wow, that's fantastic. 1.297, 1.4, 1.7, 1.4. Oh, this is something unique. Yeah, 29 units built on 103,000 square feet. And look at the size. This is something that you cannot find in the market because of the huge built-in area for this sun growth. That's why the demand is very high and people are making a lot of profits from there, even though it's already so old, right? So that actually make me think of Parkwood collection. Parkwood collection, 144,000 square feet, only built 53 units. That's why the house is so big. We are talking about 4,865 square feet up to 6,000 over square feet. So this is how many times the size of Alana, 1.5 times to two times bigger than Alana. So can you imagine how big is Parkwood collection? So there is something unique that in the market you cannot have. Something unique that people will love to stay. Something unique that when people step in, you will feel the wow effects. And that actually can be found in Parkwood collection. For those people who have not visited the units, of course, you might not have the feel on what I'm trying to express. But trust me, a lot of buyers that have visited many strata landed projects, the moment they walk into Parkwood collection, they will have a different view. They will feel impressed. Unless a buyer never see any strata landed project, of course, they cannot tell the difference. But for those people who have viewed many strata landed projects, I'm sure when they come into Parkwood collection, they will be impressed. So that is something that I want you guys to do. Don't miss out Parkwood collection if you are serving a landed buyer. Just bring them down and take a look, right? Engage our tagger, show them. They might change their mind, right? 99 years is not a concern. You can see from this sun growth, right? So long as your house is unique, the demand will be there, right? So this is sun growth, 29 units, and they built what? They built, later I'm going to the floor plan again, but right now I'm going to study why sun growth after 28 years, still people are willing to pay for this kind of price, right? First of all, I think we have to look at the amenities, amenities that are nearby, right? This is actually the location, which is West Coast Highway, and of course the KP, what I call it, AYE, right? AYE is here. Where's my cursor? Sorry. Also, they have childcare center surrounding, 3 minutes walking distance, 6 minutes. So this is childcare center, right? And if they have clinic, a lot of clinic here, 4 minutes walking distance, 6 minute walking distance. So if you look at all this amenity, you have to tie to the demographic of the strata landed housing buyers. Then you will understand why are all this so important, right? So there are many clinics around this area, all within walking distance, right? and NTUC fair price. And of course, the public transportation, only 1 minute walking away, you will reach the bus stop. So it's a very, very convenient and very safe place for the kids to go out, even come back at night. The parents don't have to feel worried for them by walking into a very dark and dim route, whereby you have to walk about 12 minutes or 15 minutes, that kind of distance. I think that is really not acceptable to a lot of parents, right? But having a 1 minute walking distance to bus stop, I think most of the people are able to accept. And because of near all the public transportation, I'm sure the safety will be even, is still safer for a lady. If your kids is a daughter, I think it's very safe for her to walk or come back at night, right? So that is something that we observe from the location of Sun Grove, right? And you got shopping mall now with TOP New West, which is the old Hong Leong Garden nearby, right? There are some restaurant over there. If not, I think the Iraja hawker center or this market neighborhood center down the road only is very near. And there's a family school. There's something also very important. Chifa, one of the good school in this area, West Coast, only 1 minute walking distance, right? So this is something that I have observed, which is the amenities around Sun Grove, right? It's very, very convenient. It really fit into the needs of the buyer demographic of Strata landed project, right? So that's why Sun Grove, until today, the demand are still there, even though it's almost 30 years old, right? So 99 years is not a concern. You ask your buyer, will you stay 30 years in this unit or not? Most likely buyer will never stay 30 years. Because 30 years is very long. No? Or a lot of people change house after 5 years, 10 years, they change already, right? So 99 years is never a concern at all if they are not owning the property for life. If they are not planning for legacy, actually 99 years is okay. It's not the most important factor to consider. It's actually all these things that I'm going through with you, right? To make your project standing out. Yeah. So amenities is important, right? And that actually bring out why all these owners are making so huge profits in Sun Grove, even though the house is old already. Yeah. So that actually brings me to the second and the third very important consideration. If your project is near school, primary school, within walking distance, if you have good amenities and very convenient public transportation, I think your project will have the good demand in the future, right? So that this is something that you can actually share with the buyers in case they ask you, next time if I want to sell, will there a demand? Because it's a 99 years or so, right? So these are some critical factors. If you are picking up a Strata landed project or schools, primary school, I think it's more important than secondary school, and amenities or transportation. Yeah. So now we have three already, right? The land size, which is the plot size, then come with school and amenities. And then the third one is transportation. So these are three important factors. If you are picking up a Strata landed project for your buyers, so long as you have a tick of all these three, you are almost halfway there, right? It's quite safe to invest in. Yeah. So this is Sun Grove layout. What you can see is they're all semi-detached, semi-D. So likewise for Parkwood collection, majority all semi-detached. So this project a little bit like Parkwood. It have quite similarity actually compared to Parkwood, and it's very big size. Though Parkwood don't have like 9,000, 7,000, 8,000, we have 6,000 over square feet, right? And they don't have a full basement. You can see their basement only a family hall, right? So when you come up to the living and the dining, their kitchen is at the center here. Then of course you get a bathroom, a small guest room here, which is a plus point to a lot of the Strata landed project. Normally ground floor don't have a guest room, right? Then second floor, we have bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and master bedroom So I can imagine the master bedroom is very, very big. Because this is a huge plot of the footprint is so much bigger as compared to a normal strata land project. And in the older day, they are not allowed to open up open terrace. Because URA requirement is the landed property have to build with a pitched roof each 45-degree slanting down. In the older days, this is the rule. That's why the older landed property, we don't see an open terrace. It's only until certain year they allow one side of the pitch to open up. Then in front, people will start to build open roof terrace. That's the reason why, the older landed property, normally you see a pitched roof. It's not because architects don't know how to build, but it's because there is actually a requirement for the landed property to have a pitched roof, both side 45-degree slanting. Right. So this is an old landed project. Of course, they follow the old guideline, and that's why you get this kind of layout, right? But main thing is big plot of land, but very little units, and size are very big. That actually make Sungrove in today's still so popular, even though it's already almost 30 years, right? So Sungrove. And Cabana layout, I mean, since we are in the layout, let me just bring out some of the project layout again. Also, Cabana also don't come with a full basement. They only have a guest room, small guest room here, right? And so on. No toilet on the first floor, right? Bedroom size is very good for Cabana because every floor only 2 units. Every floor 2 units, so the bedroom size should be quite good. But they have a full open roof terrace whereby it's a waste, and because there's no lift here, so most likely this open terrace, hardly the owner or the residents will come up here to enjoy. It become a white elephant eventually. So this might not be very, very ideal, right? So this is Cabana. And Alana, I already go through with you. Right, the bedroom size is not very big because they built 2 bedrooms here. So it will not be very big for Alana, and they don't come with a full basement. Or they don't come with a full basement. Yeah, right. And this is Horizon Garden, already gone through. They don't have the toilet on the first story. They don't have the toilet. They don't have the roof terrace. They only have a small balcony because it's a pitched roof. Remember the older landed guideline determine whether they are able to open up the roof terrace, right? And the Sonacy is one of the quite ideal one because in terms of size is very good, and their basement also is quite full basement, already dig all the way in, right? And one thing is they don't have a cover roof. It's actually later part the owner go and build it up, but I don't know whether is it illegal or legally allowed to do that, right? And Hillstar, because there are some landed property in Strata landed project in the condominium. So those are all very, very small, though their price is like 2 over million. But I tell you, they don't have any differences between Strata landed and condominium in terms of bedroom size. The most you have is actually you have the staircase to climb. That's all. But in terms of bedroom size, it's not as big as a pure Strata landed project. So those strata landed in the condominium house is never a competitors to those pure strata landed project because their size cannot fight, right? And their basement is also not a full basement. Yeah, so why I want to go through all this with you, then you will understand if you go to a project, you will already understand whether this is a good layout or not. Because when it comes to strata landed project, layout play a very, very important role. Why? Because if you go to conventional landed property, if you don't like the thing, you can really pull down and build, But strata landed, you can't do that. Once it's built already. Once it's in this format, it's in this format. You can't really change too much, right? That's why layout becomes so important. And again, layout tied with the kind of buyer demographic, right? You must understand who buys strata landed. So is it important or layout? Very important. And layout will determine whether you can sell fast next time if you want to exit out, right? So layout plan is very important. So there's a reason why I go and put out some of the example to show you. So at least you understand what to look out for when you bring the buyer into a strata landed project, right? Or same thing, Sea Hill in Pasir Panjang. Same thing, they don't have a full basement. So if you know people limitation, then you will know Parkwood collection advantage already, the benefit of having the kind of layout, right? You will know how to explain, right? So the next number fourth important thing is actually layout and the home lift. These are very critical to a strata landed project, especially if you come with 5-story, 5 levels, like Parkwood collection. If you don't have a lift, I tell you, next time if you want to sell, might not be easy, right? Remember, multi-generation family, and most likely strata landed project first floor don't come with a bedroom. You don't have a granny room on the first floor, right? The most maybe you get a bedroom in the basement, but basement you can drive back, park your car, your parents can alight from your car and then go into the bedroom. But do you want your parents forever to stay in the basement and don't come up to the first story if they are not convenient in walking up the staircase? Will they buy or not? The thing is, I'm sure they will not want to buy, right? So long as you don't have a granny room, lift become very important. And now, based on my experience of serving buyers, more younger generation buyers, they are aware of this point and they want a house to come with a lift, right? So that is something that they always believe now, and they agree that home lift is actually an asset to the property moving forwards, right? So layout, home lift is very critical. Yeah, so if this is so critical, then I want to bring up this particular new guidelines for strata landed housing, which was implemented in 2014. So you can see the older strata landed, why the house are not big enough, right? Because developer actually built a lot of units. They try to squeeze in as many units as possible in the plot of land, right? Because the requirement for them is actually they just have to set aside 30% for communal space. There's no greenery control. So some of the strata landed project, you don't really see a lot of greenery because there's no control, right? They rather build swimming pool or they rather build playground, right? Instead of they put greenery. There's no control, right? And 100% of the site area, if they have 100,000 square feet, they can use the 100,000 to do all the calculation of the number of units that they are able to build. So these are the old rules. When it comes to 2014, August 23rd, URA announced this new guideline. And this is really changing the history of strata landed project. It really is going to rewrite Singapore strata landed housing project supply and demand in the future. This new guideline is so critical that you will rewrite the history of strata landed in Singapore moving forwards in terms of supply and demand, right? Why do I say that? Because instead of 30%, now they have to put aside 45% for communal space. And out of this 45%, 25% must be greenery, right? So they have to put plants on green. Greenery meaning is green, it's real green, or you cannot have cement one. It has to be green, right? Soil with plants, right? So this within this 45%, 25% must be greenery. And now instead of 100% of the site area, they only can use 40% to do their calculation on how many units that they are able to build. So there is actually a substantial amount of reduction from the older day to the present stage. It means the number of housing that are able to build on the same plot of land are greatly reduced, right? And so much greenery, communal space that they have to put aside. I tell you, the number of units that they are able to build is greatly reduced, right? So that actually stopped developer from building new strata landed project. After this new guideline come out, they are not going to build strata landed project anymore. Last time they chose to build is because they are able to build many units and they have a lot of profits. But today, they have to spend higher construction costs. Why? Because they have to build swimming pool, they have to build basement, they have to build a lot of common facilities that they cannot sell, but they must build, right? And number of houses greatly reduced. So with this kind of reduction, do you think developers still want to build strata landed? I'm telling you, they are not going to build anymore, right? If they do have a plot of land for landed property, they will choose to build conventional landed property instead of strata landed property. Why? Because the number of units that they are able to build in terms of conventional or strata is actually the same for now. Last time it's different. Last time strata, they can build many more units. And conventional landed, the cost of construction cost is very low compared to strata, because they don't have to build basement, they don't have to build swimming pool, they don't have to build facilities. Even though they build swimming pool, they are able to sell you, right? Because it's inside your house, right? So that's one reason why moving forwards, why today you don't see strata landed in the market anymore. No more. It's going to extinguish, right? So that also give buyer a very good reason to own one. Why? Because there's no new supply. And the new house that we are getting now is so much different from the older house. You can see from here. Last time the strata lender give you this kind of impression. The hall is very tiny, very narrow. Kitchen is very dark. Right? This is an old landed property from Atelier Villa, taken from Atelier Villa. Right? It's very, very. It doesn't feel like a landed house. It looks more like a HDB or even a condominium. Right? But today you see, after the new rule implemented, the way, the hall, when you walk into the strata landed house today, it gives you a very different perspective, right? The house is so much wider, so much bigger, spacious, with a high ceiling, like Parkwood collection, like this best-selling project, Belgravia Ace. Why it sells so fast? Because it gives people a different perspective. It really feels like you are staying in a landed property now, because you have a width of minimally 6 meters, 6 meter width, compared to the older day, 4 over meter, right? So it's a huge difference, right? So that is something unique to own a new generation strata landed project. And because of this, right, remember, people come into strata landed because they need a space. They need the enjoyment, they need the uniqueness, and Parkwood collection will give them this view, right? Because now Belgravia is 20 over units, they are going to hold on until TOP, then they sell. The only way that you can buy now, the only project that you can buy, if you want a big house, is only Parkwood collection, because Whitley residences are already fully sold. And Whitley residences, 5,000 over square feet, if you go and study, they have a lot of void area, right? But even though buyers are still buying into it, yeah. So for those people who have not seen Parkwood collection, please, at least you must come down and experience it lah. Then you understand what I'm trying to say. Then you can feel why am I so excited about Parkwood collection, right? Okay, good. So this is a layout. You park 2 cars. It's a 5-level house. You park 2 cars, right? It's a full basement, whereby you got 2 toilets in the basement, and one of them belong to the helper. So helper will get attached toilets. You have a bomb shelter as a storage. You have a family hall. Then you have a planter box with the sky, open to sky ventilation, right? So that's something that you will be able to see in Parkwood collection. And most important, 5-level house must have the home lift. And Parkwood collection home lift is actually one of the best one that I have ever encountered recently. It can take about 4 to 5 packs. It's very spacious, it's full glass, very nice home lift, right? None of the buyer got complained about the Parkwood collection home lift. To me, I think it's really very, very nice. When you take the lift up to the first story, this is a 6 meter width. It comes with a very big balcony on the, not especially wasted balcony, good size balcony. And if you are buying the unit that is facing the pool directly, you'll get a transparent glass balcony. So imagine you are sitting at a balcony for your high tea afternoon tea, and you are looking at the water, and you start to imagine, wow, I think that's fantastic. That's called lifestyle. That's called strata landed living. Right? It's really beautiful, and the feel is different. Well, it comes with a very, very high ceiling of 3.3 meter after you drop down the false ceiling, and the ducted air conditioning system in the living room. So you don't see any blower in the living room. It's ducted. So it's like a high-end condominium that you are able to see in the town area, right? And huge living room with a very comfortable dining hall. And of course, the kitchen is one of the unique points for Parkwood Collection because you are having the same ceiling height as the living room. There's something unique. You will never be able to see another project having these features. 3.3 meter throughout from the kitchen to the living room, and the kitchen is very spacious in terms of strata landed standards. This is a big size kitchen, and developer is giving buyers V-Zook appliances. V-Zook appliances are high-end appliances from Switzerland, and they give you a two-door fridge, cooker, hook, hob, oven. All these are from V-Zook. Even a washing machine also from V-Zook. It will come with the house, right? The other good point about Parkwood Collection, I'm not selling Parkwood Collection, but I just want to express something that you might not be aware of. This is one of the few landed project that have a town gas. That means the gas is a government gas. You don't have to go and buy the cylinder tank. So you don't have to halfway cook already, and then the gas already, no more. You have to wait half an hour for the man to deliver the cylinder. Don't have to, because it's actually a town gas. You can continue to cook whatever, how much you want to cook. The gas supply will still be there, right? Then second floor, one story, only 2 bedrooms. So can you imagine how big is a bedroom? 37 square feet for the junior master bedroom, and a common bedroom is about 19 square meter. Not square feet, 37 square meter, 19 square meter. Right, 19 square meter is as big as a condominium master bedroom. But in Parkwood Collection, it's just your common bedroom, and all of the bedroom will come with attached toilets. So your master bedroom is on the 3rd floor, having a size of 42 square meter. That is as good as a 1-bedroom apartment in the market today, right? And the roof terrace is a complete usable roof area that are sheltered with a family room, a toilet, a bedroom on the 5th floor, a family area, and both sides open up with a good size but not wasted terraces. So there's something very, very good in terms of layout for Parkwood Collection. So this is one of the very important factors when it comes to strata landed project. That's why Parkwood Collection is moving. Why? But today, if you go out and see other projects, condominium, you can't get such a big size anymore, right? So they don't have much choices, but to consider Parkwood Collection. Yeah. And this is the new rule impact the developer. That's why I told you none of them is going to build strata landed anymore. Imagine Belgravia Green, if it is built now, instead of 81 units, they only can build 51. And Alana, if they are going to build now, instead of 79, they only can build 53. Similar, because their size is about the same as Parkwood Collection. Right, ST Villa, instead of 121, today only can build 72. No? So you can see it's greatly reduced in terms of the number of units. That's why no developer is going to build strata landed. And because of this point, there will not be new supply. They are hitting the market for strata landed housing project. Pure strata landed. I'm not talking about those strata landed in a condominium. Those are different category because their size are very small. They are not a competitors for pure strata landed housing. Pure strata landed housing is pure strata landed housing. It cannot compare with the condominium strata landed housing. Those are very small, right? So no more supply, meaning what? If your buyer buy into strata landed project today, and next time if they want to sell, will they be better demand or not? You have to ask yourself, will they be better demand? The answer definitely is yes. There'll be better demand for strata land because there's no new supply. And imagine today you own one of the biggest land plot in District 19, for example. One of the project that are built under the new guideline. So the house is very big, a lot of facilities. They got 2 pools, 50-meter and 60-meter pool in Parkwood collection, right? Big gym of 48 square meter, right? So these are the things that will attract buyers to come and see your units there. Because you are having the best strata landed project in whole District 19. Definitely they will not miss out your unit if you want to sell. Put it this way, right? So these are the future prospect of owning a strata landed project, but you must own the right one. So that next time you want to sell, buyer will come and view because your house is very unique, like the one in Clementi, West Coast, Sun Grove. It's very unique because it's very big. It's near all amenities and so on. Yeah, so this is something that Parkwood collection buyers or the owners, they can look forward to, right? For this kind of benefits in the future because no more new supply. Imagine today if HDB still sell executive mansionette. So will executive mansionette today in certain outskirt area cross $1 million? I'm sure it's not easy because people still can buy BTO executive mansionette. Why should they pay $1 million for an outskirt more than 30 years old mansionette? People buy mansionette because mansionette are no longer available in BTO. And people want to have the kind of lifestyle, double story stay enjoyment. That's why they pay. And that's one of the reasons why executive mansionette always are selling so much higher as compared to an executive apartment. So the same story is going to repeat in strata landed project arena in the future. So can you see lights for you to own a strata landed project or not? Yeah, I don't know whether are you all listening or not. So I need to check. Are you all still there or not? Are you listening to me? While I'm taking a break to drink some water. Good. So just now I saw one question because I'm so into the sharing to all of you because I really want you all to, I mean, when you come into my power project sharing, I want you to learn something and you really can apply, right? So so sometimes I never go and check the chat groups, right? So it's good that all of you are listening and okay, just now I saw one question. Beside, who buys strata land other than family with children? So the other group is actually the multi-generation family. Well, that's the second group. And the third group is the young executive who really want to enjoy lifestyle living. They will also come into strata landed. So these are the three groups of buyers that I have come across based on my experience of marketing strata landed projects. Right, so I hope I answer your question well. Thank you. So did you guys learn something today before I proceed to my next point? If yes, can you give me maybe a 1? Easier to type. Give me a 1 if everybody are learning something today. And if you find my sharing is useful, right? Oh, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Very good. So we have 4 points already. First is what? The land size. Second is what? Amenities and the primary schools. Third is transportation. And the fourth point is actually the layout. Now I'm going to the show flag. No, we don't have the show flag, but we have the actual units to show your buyers. That's something impressive, right? It's so much better than the show flag. It's the actual units. That's why you guys don't miss out. If you have a buyer having a budget of 4 million, please bring them down to Parkwood collection. You will be able to show them how impressive this project is, right? It's really very good in terms of size and so on. Yeah. And it's coming TOP end of the year. Yeah, so if those people who really need a house fast, because the rental market is so hot that they don't want to continue paying the rental, come to power collection, then you can expect to move in by next year, right? Beginning of next year. I think that's something awesome, right? So good. Let us continue to my next point. So the next point I'm going to touch a bit on, what's the time now? Atelier Villas. This is a Strata Landed project in New Chu Kang Road. Atelier Villa, this was a new name. Their older name is called, I really can't remember the name. It's not this name. They renamed the project last time. Yeah, this is a project whereby I cannot forget because the lift inside this project, the home lift is very small and it's moving like tortoise. Sorry if you guys are staying in this project. I don't know, have they changed? But I doubt, because I think it's operating by the hydraulic system. So the lift movement is really very, very slow. Yeah, and it's very small lift. That was my memory on this project when I first visited many, many years ago, right? Whereby they still don't call Atelier Villas. But the reason why I'm bringing up this project to all of you is, this is actually a freehold project, and total 36 unit built on a 50,000 square feet of land, right? And so recently I saw a huge, in terms of pricing, there's a hike. Suddenly the price like go up quite fast, right? So I was quite curious. That's why I thought it's good to bring out for some case study and so on. Yeah, so you can see actually, recently I saw quite a number of owners sold with profits, right? Not a bad profits for this project, but this project, the size is very small. Yeah, the layout, all these are very, very small. So cannot compare with all those new generation of Strata Landed project, but yet people are still willing to pay and let the first owner, or I don't know which owner is that, profit with and exit with profits, right? So it proves that actually more people are buying into Strata Landed. That's why you can see, all these owners are making profit and exit out from their original house really. Yeah, so the other project that I want to bring to you is Parkwood Villa. Parkwood Villa is also located very close to Atelier Villa. This is the newer generation of Strata Landed project, and the land size is about 86,000. They built 40 units. This is by Tong Ing Group, which is the same developer as Belgravia Ace, right? Parkwood Villa, but it's a 99 years project. And again, similarly to Atelier Villa, I've seen a huge spike in terms of pricing recently, right? So that actually made me quite puzzled, and I go into further research, right? I start to find out, Parkwood Villa was a project whereby there's no profitable transaction before that one. Before 2021, there's no profitable transaction. Everybody are selling at loss. But only after 2021, we start to see profitable transaction. Yeah, so that actually made me start to think, why suddenly Parkwood Villa can turn around the table and start to see profits. Yeah, so we have to see where are they located in the first place. Right, Atelier Villa is here, Parkwood Villa is here. So Parkwood Villa is quite deep in. Of course, it's not very near to the route and not near to any of the amenities. You have to walk out to the Upper Thompson's Road by the staircase, because there's no access out to Upper Thompson, except I think the further up at the junction there's a staircase for you to climb up and then go out to Upper Thompson to access to the public transportation, or if not, you have to come in Chu Kang Road. So quite a distance of walk involved, right? Atelier Villa is nearest to Yio Chu Kang Road, so that in terms of public transportation, this is so much more convenient. Yeah, but again, these two areas is teacher estate, and it's very near Lentor. And Lentor, after they announced the Thompson East Coast Line, And recently, this Lentor is under phase 2, or the MRT already start operating, right? The stage 2 already open. So this could be one of the reasons why suddenly Lentor and Teacher Estate, especially the Parkwood Villa, Atelier Villas, we start to see more profitable transaction and the price start to climb higher, right? MRT is one of the reasons for sure. And they opened the MRT in 28 August 2021. So we have an MRT station already in operation at Lentor, right? So that could be one of the reasons why suddenly there's a spike in the price. The other reason most likely is this, because we will see a lot of land parcel being put up under GLS. So Lentor is undergoing a transformation, right? They will be altogether five plot of land that they are going to build housing here, right, around the Lentor MRT station, and there will be like, mixed development and so on, right? And the price for Lentor land bid is very, very high, right? And I believe that actually pushed up the surrounding property demand as well, right? Because of all this transformation. So what I'm trying to say is, if you are buying a strata land project in an area of transformation, right, then you will stand a better chance to see higher capital appreciation, right, moving forwards, as witnessed in the Atelier Villa and Parkwood Villas, right? So transformation is the fifth point that I want to bring up to all of you, right? This is really a plus point. If you are looking to exit out next time, then most likely you can enjoy a better capital appreciation, right? So with this understanding in mind, let's look at Hougang Central. This particular light blue color plot, very big plot of land here. This is cater for what? It's cater for, which is here, beside Hougang Mall. Hougang Mall is here. So this very huge plot of land, government already announced they are going to build a new ITH here, integrated transport hub. It's like Sengkang Grand, right? And Park Collection is only here, right? Very close to this area. And ITH, you will get a what? You will get a mixed commercial and a private residential development. That's why it's called ITH, right? And the shopping mall is quite big because it will be the size of a Century Square in Tampines. So it's not a small mall. It's quite a big mall in Hougang, beside Hougang Mall, right? So meaning this area, you will see transformation upcoming. You'll get a new ITH, you'll get a new mixed development. Imagine Sengkang Grand already selling at that price. Hougang ITH, I'm sure when they open up for tender, the land price based on the present sentiment of the market, definitely it's going to be so much higher as compared to Sengkang Grand. And it will be like, open up for tender in this 2-3 years time, right? Because most likely they are going in tandem with the new MRT line called Cross Island Line. This Cross Island Line will run through Hougang, and Hougang will become an interchange for the Purple Line and the Cross Island Line. And this new Cross Island Line MRT is going to build into this ITH with a direct access to this ITH. So ITH will get a shopping mall, town council, a new condominium, a big shopping mall, right, on this empty plot of land in Hougang Central. And this Cross Island Line most likely will be ready by 2030. So if they take 5 years, 6 years to build, meaning I think by these 2-3 years, government will have to open up for tender, right, on this ITH. So that will be the kind of timeline that we can expect moving forwards. So this is, and the new MRT station, one station away will be the Defu Industrial Park. And this is going to be a very nice industrial park, like something resemble One North in the future, right? And this is only one MRT station away from Cross Island Line. So for those people who are looking for tenant, definitely here will be able to draw a lot of tenant to your project, because it's only one MRT station away, and one station away will be our French International School in Serangoon Garden Day, Tavistock. It's also one stop from Parkwood Collection, which is the Hougang stop, right? So I'm sure next time, if you don't want to stay, you want to rent out, it's not an issue to rent out, because this is one of the biggest and the better project in the whole Hougang or District 19 area. Yeah, right. So this is a new Cross Island Line station, and you can see there are actually plenty of exits that are coming out. It's quite a big station, that's why I got many exit points. And one of the entrance is here, which is very close to our Parkwood collection. Also, you just have to walk along Lorong 1, you turn, and then you hit this garden, small garden here. You cross the road, there's a new entrance to our Cross Island Line station, maybe about 3 minutes walk from here, from Parkwood collection here. Right, so it's very close to the new MRT station entrance. And if you believe transformation is going to help to bring up the surrounding property price, like what you have seen in the Poet Villas and the Atelier Villas. Likewise, this Hougang Central Cross Island Line ITH transformation is going to help you to preserve your house value in the future for Parkwood collection as well, right? So that will be a safer bet for all of your buyers who buy into Parkwood collection now. Yeah, and these are the surrounding amenities that you can find around here. First of all, we have a sport complex. We have a Hougang Polyclinic. Remember, just now when we study Sungrove, there are a lot of clinics surrounded with the Sungrove project. Likewise, Parkwood collection, if you walk a few minutes, you are able to hit this Hougang Polyclinic very, very near, right? And then you have a park here. And Parkwood collection, beside here also, the developer is building a public park. You will hand over to M Park eventually. Also here, actually got 2 parks for your buyers to enjoy. Right, and if you walk to Hougang MRT station, for now, it's about 9 minutes walk. But in the future, when they done up the new MRT station entrance, which is here, it will take only about 3 to 4 minutes to reach the station entrance. Right, so that's how convenient this particular location is. And remember, we need a primary school, like Sungrove. Parkwood collection, diagonally opposite, we have a Holy Innocents primary school here. Right, and then we've got a lot of shopping mall like Midtown Residences is a mixed development. We got all the Gangka Mall, Hougang Mall, right? And we have Holy Innocents High School here, right? So you see, you have a lot of amenities surrounded with Parkwood collection. Opposite HDB block, we have a lot of grocery shops, coffee shops with very famous store, which is just across the overhead bridge, right? Which is lift operated also. Or it comes with a lift as well, the overhead bridge, right? So bus stop just outside the Parkwood collection, there's a bus stop here, here. Oh, there's a bus stop here, and there is a side gate, outside the side gate of Parkwood collection, right? And there's another bus stop here outside this side gate. So we have 2 side gates for Parkwood collection. So public transportation is so near, like Sungrove, 1 minute to the bus stop. This one, not even 1 minute. The moment you step out the side gate, it's actually the bus stop, right? So this is very critical for a good strata landed project, because it catered for the demographic needs of a strata landed project. And this got a plus point. You got MRT station, whereby a lot of strata landed projects don't come with MRT station, right? So there is something that Parkwood collection is able to offer to all the buyer beside the big units, the very nice layout. Yeah, so something that really you must have the full understanding before you are able to have the passion, to drive the thing to the buyers. Let them feel your passions. And really, we are going through the study based on facts and figure. It's not based on my own feel. It's actually based on facts and figure that I'm showing you, right? So best of both worlds. This is Parkwood Collection, very beautiful project. And the architect of this project is from where? It's from our Jewel Shopping Mall, RSP architect. Combined with who? Combined with the landed property, very famous ID architect called Edmund Ng. Both architects combined and they have this final product called Parkwood Collection. So it cannot be wrong in terms of layout. They really try their best, come out the best combination in terms of layout enjoyment and practicality and feasibility, right? So is 99 years worth buying or not? I think it's a very popular question, but these are the two articles that are two comparisons that I have prepared for all of you. You can always show to your buyer or show them this Atelier Villa freehold, Sonnecy 99 years, or both in launch in January 2006. So those people who buy Atelier Villa, they also have a chance to buy Sonnecy back then. Correct now? Because both are in 2006. Yeah. But what happened when they launched the time? The freehold one selling at the average price of $450 per square foot. The 99 years, then the current freehold, the price is 766 PSF average, right? But the 99 years, I forgot the sequence. Average PSF increment over the 2006 to 2021 increased by 70% if those people who choose the freehold, right? But if you compare Sonnecy's, they buy at 251 PSF, but now they are having a price of 679. So if you base on the increment, this is a 170% increment, compared the freehold and the leasehold, right? And this is from 2006 to 2021. So you ask your buyer, are you going to hold this property forever or not? Or will you change house if one day there's an opportunity for you to upgrade to a bigger house? Will you want to change? If the answer is yes, then not necessary to go for freehold, because these are actually a very good example. Freehold, you have to pay a premium versus the leasehold is cheaper to buy, right? So this is only one example. Another example, you can show them Sun Cottage, 999 years is as good as a freehold. This is in District 23 Cashew area, right? They also have an MRT station nearby. But they buy at $833. But this is starting from July 2010. So I use the Sonnecy's also, I take the point at July 2010 so that we can make a right comparison, right? And today exit out at 917. So we are talking about how much percentage increment? About 10.08% over the 10-11 years. Yeah, but Sonnecy's, the increment is how much? From 11 years, we have an increment of 62.83%. So those people, they say in 2010, I decided to change house. I don't buy Sun Cottage. I buy Sonnecy's. Today, I make more profits as compared to those people who buy Sun Cottage, which is a 999 years. But if you are not going to stay for so long, 10 years, you just want to stay 10 years, you sell. Is there a difference? Ask yourself, is there a big difference for owning a 99 or freehold? Actually, there's no advantage for you to buy freehold if you are not going to stay for long enough. Even Sungrove, 99 years, stay for 29 years, people are still making good profits. Can you see the point? Yeah, so let the buyer see the whole pictures, then you will be able to eliminate the freehold objections, right? So this is something that you can show them. And Parkwood Collection is coming TOP. That's why you can see everything is almost done up. They left only the interior. They haven't complete only, right? This is a 60-meter light pool. The other side will be a 50-meter pool. So we have two pools in Parkwood Collection. The glass are all reflective glass. Means from outside, under daytime, you are not able to see inside. Very nice, very futuristic look, one of the best look apartment, the project in the area there lah. It's very uniform also, right? This is the this one pair of semi-D 5,000 over square feet. One of the right hand side already sold. That only the left hand side. So this is overlooking the pool, and the glass here balcony that are facing the pool will be glass balcony. Very nice. You sit outside, you are able to see the activities in the water, right? So it's really a lifestyle enjoyment. This is actually from Hougang Avenue 2. You can see the project already almost coming up in shape. And one of the very unique features that Parkwood Collection has that none of the project in Singapore has is actually this gap here. You see the side gap here. This is a 5-meter gap opening. They have a slope down into the basement. So Parkwood Collection, because of this 250-meter with a 5-meter wave opening throughout the whole perimeter of the Parkwood Collection, 250-meter long. The basement lights are so well lit, and the ventilation is so nice that it doesn't feel like you are in the basement. Or every Strata landed project in the basement is very dark and it's very, it's not well ventilated. But I tell you, the feel for Parkwood Collection will be totally different because of this 250-meter long opening. And this is we call the forest oasis. You will have the landscaping sloping down with the trees that they are already started to plant up the trees. And at the same time, you bring lights into the basement. Very, very nice kind of feel, right? So you are able to view the actual units, now. Right, so how to determine the right value, whether this is the right pricing for you to enter even as of now, right? So right value meaning we are looking at low risk. Yeah, so if you want low risk, then you cannot pay something higher than what people are paying in the surrounding, right? So if you compare the new project townhouses in affinities or even riverfront back then, or now no more already, 1,001, 1,002 PSF, all these are 99 years. And foreign residences already done at $2,000. Today, Parkwood Collection, you just have to pay, I think, $800 over or 800 PSF. Or the big one maybe is below 800. I think you are having a huge gap between all these 99 years project, right? So if you ask me whether is it reasonable or not, based on the PSF, I think it's very, very reasonable because you are more than 50% cheaper than foreigners, which is only opposite Parkwood Collection, right? They are both 99, they are both Strata, but why the condo airspace is able to sell 1,008 to 2,000, but the Strata landed only at $800, $800 over dollars. Because they are also talking about airspace. We are talking about Strata area, correct? No? So $800 over dollar per square foot, I think it's hard to come by. One day in whole Singapore, you might not be able to find something brand new one that are below $1,000 per square foot, right? So you are in fact having a very low base. And with all the 5 factors that I have gone through with all of you, the 5 factors, I'm sure Parkwood Collection is one project whereby really it will stand out in the future because of all these 5 unique factors that they all have, Parkwood Collection all have, right? So right now, you can see a lot of units already fully sold. I left with all this yellow color. But the thing is, this yellow color, 2 units just taken up last week. Another 2 more units sold. So I don't have a lot for your buyer to buy. The biggest one is here, 133, number house 133. This is about 6,000 over square feet, right? And the other one is 55, which is the corner semi-D, 5,000 over square feet. And the other one is here, 53, 5,000 over square feet. On this particular 53 having a width of 7 meters. The rest of the normal semi-D here, they are all only 6 meters. But this 53 and 51, this one pair, have a width of 7 meters throughout the whole wall. Can you imagine how big is a house? It's bigger than a lot of conventional landed property, right? So that's a unique part for Parkwood collection. And all these 125, 123, 121, 119, 107, these 5 units are having the same type of 4,865 square feet. 4,865 square feet, right? So very, very unique. 2 pool, 60-meter long and 50-meter long. A gym of 48 square meter is here, and we have a function room below in the basement, access from this staircase, right? So this is Parkwood collection. The side gate is here. You come out, it's a public park, and here is the bus stop. Oh, there's another side gate here. Come out is the bus stop also, right? So very, very unique features. You can always ask your preferred tagger to show you the actual unit. Right now, this house 127 and 129 is already TOP. So developer applied for a temporary TOP for these 2 units. That's why it's legally open up for viewing for these 2 units. But we are going to see 127, which is having the ID. 129 will be our office. You can sit down for discussion in 129. So these are the 2 units here. So that's why when you want to go down Parkwood collection, you don't go to the front gate here, because front gate here now is not able to access in. We will access in from this fire exit here, fire engine exit. Now we'll go in from here. So you have to ask your buyer to wait at the bus stop outside here. Easier for them, right? And the bus stop here got one overhead bridge. You cross across is actually the HDB block 708. So your car is supposed to park at block 708. Take the lift up to the overhead bridge, and then once you cross across, you come down. Then there's a place whereby it's our assembly place. So don't go into the front entrance. Now it's not accessible, right? So that is Parkwood collection. And to sum it up, Strata landed project actually is having a very limited supply for now. Left only Parkwood collection is one of the last project whereby you are able to buy under the new guideline. Because Alana still have, but Alana is built under the old guideline. That's why the house is not as big as compared to Parkwood collection. So after Parkwood collection finish off, you will not have any Strata landed project already. You must wait for Belgravia, the remaining 20 over units to open up, but be prepared to pay 5 million. Be prepared to pay 5 million for Belgravia Ace, right? So very, very limited supply, and you will not expect to have new Strata landed project coming up in the market moving forwards. And conventional landed become more expensive for now, right? To buy a semi-detached with a 5 levels, I think easily you must come out 7 million today, right? If not, I don't think you are able to get one brand new semi-D for conventional landed property, right? So if you are not going to prepare 7 million, then I think Parkwood collection is one of the best to cater for your space needs, and then at the same time can enjoy the facilities. Right, hybrid lifestyle, best of both worlds. Definitely, this is something conventional landed cannot offer, right? Because you got a lot of facilities for Strata landed, and you got even have a security guard. So if you want to go overseas for 1 month, you don't have to worry there, because there's a guard to help you to take care of the whole project, right? But for conventional landed property, if you go away for 1 month, you might want to worry your house whether got anything wrong, right? So there's something that one of the buyers share with me. Hey, I don't want to say conventional because I travel very frequently, and I'm not really functioning for my house to be vacant for 1 month, for example, without knowing anything happened to it. Your conventional landed property, people still can climb in. So sometimes not very safe in a way, especially if you're in the very deep inside the whole estate, right? Gated community with round the clock security, this is something good. And this one will never get, you will never get this number 4 point if your plot is a small plot. A small Strata landed project only comes with an auto gate. There's no security guard to help you to look after the project, right? So a small landed plot will never get number 4. And hassle-free maintenance, because you pay maintenance fee every day, every month, but After that, you don't have to worry about pest control. You don't have to worry about gardening. You don't have to worry about swimming pool maintenance. You can just enjoy, right? And more tenantable. If you're going to rent out, you want to keep the house, you want to rent out, or you want to go overseas for a while, you want to rent out the house. I think strata landed is so much easy to rent out, and normally you can command a higher price as compared to a conventional landed property, right? Child and family friendly, and you can park 2 cars, and it's your own private car parks. PSF of strata landed is still very low. Like what I say, $800 per square foot. I think it's hard to come by today. After this, no more already, right? And no supply, no more supply in the future, right? And that will make Parkwood Collection have a good demand moving forwards, because this is a very unique project, because the size is very big, because this is a project that built under the new guideline. That's why the house is so big. Yeah, so I'm sure if you want to exit out over here, surrounded with 6,000 over units of brand new condo, and they are one of the good buyer for you, because they will upgrade to a strata landed next time when their family expanded, right? And surrounded Parkwood Collection in Hougang here, we have about 6,000 over units of new condo now under construction. Some of them already TOP, but this people need to upgrade one day because the condo is too small for them if their size expanded, and they will find back this area. And if they find back this area, they still want facilities, they still want the security guard. I tell you, Parkwood definitely is one of the best choice for them. Yeah, so this is whereby you just need one of them to buy from you. You are able to exit out next time. So the exit plan is already in place for all of you. Yeah, and couple with no more new supply. That is a keyword. There's no more new one. That's why people got no choice, but they have to buy from you lah, right? So good. So this is how I prepare. What I prepared for all of you for this afternoon sharing. I don't know whether did you all learn something, or if you have any question for me. The main difference between the townhouse and strata, they are actually the same. They are all called strata. Okay, this strata landed is the latest term used by URA. They don't call townhouse, or they don't call cluster house. They group everything under strata landed property. So in fact, townhouse is also under strata title. That's in the older day, whereby developers start to build this kind of shared community projects, and it's a house because they sit on the landed land. It cannot be turned into condominium, so it has to be a house, right? Foreigner cannot buy, and they don't come with facilities last time. That's why they call townhouse. Yeah, but after that they evolved the townhouse slowly. They turn into what? Cluster house. There's this term called cluster house start to surface out, and cluster house is a newer project whereby it's still a townhouse with a shared community, and it comes with facilities, right? And this word cluster house start to surface out, and it become a very popular or a layman term to name strata landed as a cluster house. Yeah, then after that, now URA 统称 all this is grouped under strata landed housing. So if you want to be precise or perfect, use strata landed. You will cover all these. Yeah, so I hope I have explained the difference between a townhouse and a strata landed project. They are all strata landed title. Right, Ryan, I hope I answer your questions. Okay, the rest of you got any more question for me? Any one of you have any more question? Or you want to give me some feedback on whether, this almost 2 hours of sharing, is it meaningful or is it beneficial to all of you? If yes, maybe you can put a yes in the chat group. Michelle, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Monica, Leslie, thank you. Angela, thank you. Jenny, thank you. Jen, thank you. How about lift maintenance fee every month? Every year, maybe you can cater 2,000 or less. 1 month is $100 over. So what normally a strata landed project is actually all the owner gang together. You go for one one lift operator. It means blanket order. Power the whole project lift maintenance. I think maybe you're able to get a better price. Definitely, I think it should be less than $150 a month. Right, Elsie, thank you. Sharon, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I have economies of scale with one vendor. You can always go and I think all the owner would love to do that. So you can get a better package. You can even sign a 5 years package with them, something like that, right? But every year end, you have a BCA inspection that will cost about $300 for the lift. If I can remember correctly, it's $300 for the BCA inspection. On that have to be done yearly. Yeah, but that's why I say every year you just have to cater about $2,000 or less for the lift maintenance. I think that will be more than sufficient. Yeah. It's a Q&A. Does Strata landed house have on-block potential? Yes. When come to older age, of course, they can on-block. Yeah, but it depends on what you can build after on-block, also important. Yeah. But Parkwood Collection is such a new project. So if you talk about on-block, I think it's a long way to go. So normally we will not say on-block to the buyer. Yeah, how much has price increased? So it's very difficult to answer this question because every landed house is different in terms of the sitting position, in terms of the some slightly different layout, in terms of where are you facing. Yeah, so it's very different to say how much the price has increased, but the price difference from the small unit to the big unit, it can be definitely more than 1 million or even 2 million, depending on the size also. Yeah, so landed is not so much different as compared to condo, whereby you can, this one whole stack increased by how much? No, because every sitting on the landed is different. Like I'm sitting beside you there, but this angle, I get the full clear view. The next, my neighbor house actually are blocked by certain things, but we are all sitting side by side, So that is actually how developer price landed property. So it's very different to judge a landed property whether, is there a price increment by so much? Why the guy pay cheaper and why now I'm paying higher? Of course, there's a price increment until this stage. I have to be very frank because it's already like almost TOP. Definitely along the way, the developer will have to bring up the price. But now, what is the thing that we have to focus? Should we focus on the future potential or we have to focus at how much is the price increment? Should we focus on should I enter and buy this unit? Because if you are going for the 4865 square feet, I only have 5 more units and no more already. 5 more units only for the 4865. The rest 3 units are all very big units and their price will be higher. Yeah, so I have to actually convince a buyer, hey, look here, we are looking for long-term and definitely long-term and there's no new supply, such a big house, hard to come by. We should go for it, right? Because there is a transformation. The layout is one of the best in this area. So I hope these 2 hours, I really put in a lot of efforts to try to bring out the uniqueness, not only theory, but I go through some case study for you to see why all these are important. Yeah, hopefully you can use that knowledge that you have acquired to close the 8 units. Any one of you can close them. I think I felt very happy for all of you and my objective is achieved for this the hard work that I put in to do the research to try to find an angle to make the presentation more lively to all of you, so that you can learn as well as they don't feel so boring. Right, so that's my objective. So hopefully I achieve my objective for this afternoon sharing and looking forward. You'll see more people start to bring in buyers, introduce buyers to Parkwood Collection. It's already a very nice project that you guys should not miss out. Any more question for me? If no more question, then good. There's only 2 possibilities. Either you totally don't understand what I'm trying to say, or my explanation, my slides are very good to allow you to understand fully. So which one are you in? Well, if you think my slides is good, my explanation is good, then you give me a 2, right? instead of the 1. Thank you very much. You guys make my day. Right. Thank you very much. And with that, yeah, I wish all of you all the best. And yeah, go and close the deal. Right. All the best to all of you. Thank you very much. And I'll end my segment now. Thank you. Bye.